Hey everybody, it's Klassicalkill here, and today I'm bringing another episode of our Silver to Diamond series. This is going to be our 11th episode, I believe. Hold on, let me just make sure I'm not tripping right here. Yes, this is our 11th episode here. Now this game is kind of weird because we don't really have much of a front line. We have a Yone top lane versus a LeBlanc on our team. And my thoughts here are, like, if I go top lane first, like, LeBlanc's obviously gonna get prio against Leone at the start of the game. So if I go top lane, I can probably try to punish, or not punish, but put pressure on the Bel'Veth early on. Because if I clear my bot side, do my red buff, and then invade, it's a really strong invade. And most Bel'Veths tend to go for, like, a full clear. So if I can catch her at her blue or her Gromp after I do my red buff, I think we can get a kill there pretty easily. And we see Bel'Veth started at red, so we have identified that she is going to be pathing top lane. Which is not really good idea for her. She should probably have started blue buff, or if she's smart, she'll do a reverse clear where she'll go red and then blue to avoid getting invaded on. But we'll see what happens. Here I'm just doing my blue buff with my bot lane. We can see the Bel'Veth down in the corner right now. She is doing her red. And it looks like she's pulled the red into the bush. So at the very start of the game, it looked like LeBlanc was trading pretty well into the Yone. She was abusing her range, which she should be doing, which is good. Like, that's what we want to happen. And she gets first blood. It's really nice. Now, if she decides to leave at her lane here, like if she tries to reset, I'm most likely just going to full clear. But if she stays, then I'm going to go do red and then go to her top side. So the Blanc decides to stay. So I go for my red. And I start paying the LeBlanc, hey, let's go. Let's go invade the Bel'Veth. And since I use my Q, I don't want to show too early, so I'm going to decide to go to the right side and take the blast plant so that she doesn't see me. So that's really unfortunate. I missed my Q and she goes away, so I just missed this kill. And I'm thinking, hey, I could still flash and kill her here if I Q flash. Or flash Q. And she dodges it with her Q and then knocks me up and kills me. Now, this really sucks. Like, that's probably game losing from my perspective. I would say it's game losing in my elo if I went for a play like that. I messed up. But because we're lower elo, there's gonna be mistakes that are gonna be so many mistakes made that I can still come back from this. So I see the Yone shoving here, and I see that the wave is not going to quite crash underneath. So I decided to come straight to top lane, because we actually still have the chance to kill the Yone here because he has no flash. It's just because LeBlanc works really well with Vi. If you can get a duo with the LeBlanc, it's really strong. You're about to see, we're going to kill this guy. She lands her E through the minions. I land my Q auto, and then E, and he's dead. I think LeBlanc's auto got the last hit. But yeah, all it takes is one E and the gank is all set up for you. Like, you don't have to do anything else. You can just hold onto your Q and to just change CC with LeBlanc. That's why I wanted to pack towards this LeBlanc. And it looks like even though like we messed up early, we kind of came back really quickly, because we are able to put pressure back on the map, fix LeBlanc's lane. Not quite fix it, but at least it's a little bit more neutral, considering she has a gold lead on him now. And she decides to go like this weird like attack speed build, which is fine. Like it's not the worst thing. I would prefer her to just go like the normal AP, but she can do what she wants. The Malzahar is getting ganked here. This is really unfortunate. I actually should have pinged this out because I knew the Bel'Veth was going to go back to her bot side and he was going to be gankable here. That's just a little bit of jungle tracking. If I was tracking him like on point, I would know he was at his Krugs, going to his Raptors, and then going for the mid gank. And now he's going back to his top side. He's pretty much just repeating his last clear. And that's how you like really get a good handle on jungle tracking. If you understand where the person starts and where they go back to if they show up on the map again, you know exactly where he's going to be in the next like minute. So the Bel'Veth is going to be pathing to Wolves, then Gromp, and then go top lane. If there's nothing top lane, then she's going to go to the mid lane. Now here, I'm looking for like a lane gank. I skipped my Gromp for this because I thought it was pretty nice. I had pretty nice setup considering my bot lane's ahead and we have a Leona. Doesn't quite go as pleased though. The Bel'Veth is here for a counter gank. And I think we actually could have won this fight if we turned on to Bel'Veth immediately, but instead we bursted down the Tom Kench, and then we lost like all of our like fighting power because we used all our cooldowns on Tom. Now like the Bel'Veth can just run us down since we committed so hard and she was there. Like it's a really good counter gank by the Bel'Veth. Actually didn't expect her to be there. It's okay, like even though we're dying, we can still come back from the mistake. And the whole point of trying to put pressure bot lane was so that I could try to set a pressure for this dragon. We have a pink ward on it, and I'm thinking, hey, we have pressure bot and mid right now. Maybe we can do this dragon right now. I start it. I see immediately Bel'Veth and the mid lane rotating down, so I just back off like right away. I try to pull it out. They're still coming over to the dragon as if they have vision on it. And now I know that they have vision, I'm just gonna run away. And I'm thinking, hey, Tristan is taking free damage. That's not Yone, that's actually the Nico there, so don't be confused by that guy. The Bel'Veth's level 6, I'm level 5 still, so I'm like, okay, I don't really think we can take this fight. We're trying, but Malzahar gets to the fight late, and we have to just disengage. And I'm like, I can't really help this Saya here, unfortunately. So we just have to go back to farming our camps. Like, I really thought we could try to take the dragon together, considering how strong our bot lane was a little bit earlier, but does not seem that way. Malzahar had pressure, but he had to back off because two people were mid. I think the better play would be trying to look for like level 6 first and then trying to go for a dragon. And I see Yone really low here, and I'm like, okay, he's probably gonna reset now. Here, I think I should invade here actually, because if I can catch Bel'Veth on her topside camps with Malzahar, oh, okay, I think this is a mistake I did. Watching this over, I think what I should have done was ping Malzahar to come invade the Bel'Veth with me, because we both have level 6, right? And Bel'Veth wants the Herald, and she's going to her top side. I think if I invaded there, it would have been huge. Like, I would have got me back in the game, and Malzahar would be able to use his ult in like a meaningful way. However, the Yone was missing, so there was a bit of a risk taking 2v2, and then risking Nico like rotating over. Then I see this, I'm like, okay, Bel'Veth is somewhere nearby, but we can get this kill and then maybe rotate. See, she lands the E, and that's all the setup you need. Like, it's so wonderful. He flashes early. I release the Q, I miss, but I get the slow, the auto attack slow, And I just flash because I missed my Q. If I missed my Q, I wouldn't need to flash there. And here I take a tower shot and LeBlanc's really low, so I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to actually leave safely here. So I'm just trying to like bait the edge, bait them to come as close as they can to me, and then Q away the max range distance so I can get away. But luckily the LeBlanc escapes, so if I die but she gets away, so it's pretty much a 1-for-1 trade. But it works really well in our favor because two things are happening. One, Malzahar is getting 3 plates mid lane, and bot lane is able to fight 2v2 uncontested because we saw the Bel'Veth on the map. So it's actually really big for our team that we went for that play top lane because it allows everywhere else to get ahead as well. I see this and I'm like, oh shoot. I'm not gonna be able to stop that. I don't even think if I'm there right now, like I would be able to stop that. So I'm thinking, hey, Bel'Veth is trying to pressure top lane. I'll try to pressure bot lane. LeBlanc shouldn't really die here. She should just like back off and try to farm the EXP out of their lethal range. So like she should position herself in a way that Yone can't attack her, and then she gets dove by the Bel'Veth. So she's pinging. It's actually not a bad thing for us to drop the tier 2 at top. Simply because it's really early in the game and the Yone is not strong enough to go around and just like kill everybody. If he does that, he's going to just let LeBlanc free farm. And that's not good for him because he wants to be in lane like farming. And if he's overextended, unsafe, it's really easy for me to gank him. Like I said, like if LeBlanc is she lands her E, then that's all I need to get the kill or get a good gank off. So here I was thinking, oh, Xayah has her ultimate, but she actually makes a really nice flash play, gets a shutdown of the Bel'Veth, and I'm trying to find the Yone here. I messed up the blast plant, unfortunately, and if the Yone is backing in this bush, I won't find him. But I think I go back here and then come back, and I see him just randomly recalling. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna find him, and I'm going back towards my camps, and I see him here like recalling. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna ult him here. E or auto E would have killed him. I think our smite auto is enough for electrocute, so I guarantee you get the kill there. So here I'm just farming down now and farming towards the bot side of the map because dragon is spawning. I think what I should do here is after raptors just reset so I can buy my mythic item, because I think I have it here after these raptors. Should reset here. Yeah, that's a mistake. I should not have continued farming. I think I should have gone for the reset and get my mythic so I'm stronger on the map and actually can help my team a lot better. Because I got a lot of gold. But I actually can't utilize that gold unless I spend it. And we get the kill here on the Bel'Veth. And I want to punish her as hard as I can, so I'm thinking, hey, let's go for this invade and then we can go for a dragon. If I go grab her Krugs, deny her some more experience and gold, that's going to be huge. I'm thinking, hey, we can bait this into a 3v2 if they try to commit on us. But the Tristana does a wonderful job of buffering the Leona's CC. And Malzahar dies, so we just lost all of our pressure here. Now we're really screwed. I know Bel'Veth is coming because she's probably going to go, she wants the dragon. So I'm gonna go mid and try to hold this. Just try to scare the Nico away and then try to stop them from pressuring anything. And now our LeBlanc dies as well, and we cannot contest this dragon anymore. Yeah, we just have to back off and give it up. I don't like this play that I do, trying to look for a fight here. I know that if the Bel'Veth gets CC'd, we can instantly kill her. That's why I'm looking for the Q. But it's too risky. Like, if Nico was playing properly, she should be just in front of us, and she could engage on us anytime. And we would lose. And we were sitting on a ward too. So this is really bad. Like, we're wasting a lot of time here. and I queued in right there, risking death. Like if they were playing properly or more aggressively, then I should be dead. And also I'm sitting on 2,000 gold right now. This is like really bad. It's pretty int of me. But I did take a long break. So I'm just getting back into the habit of things. And this is Platinum 4 Elo, by the way, guys. If you're wondering, this is Plat 4 Elo. And yes, people make a ton of mistakes in this Elo. A lot of lower Elo players think Platinum is like the haven, the place to be. It's actually probably the most miserable Elo to be in my opinion, of all my experience of playing the game. It's the most like egocentric Elo, I guess you could say. This is really nice. The Leona lands a great ulti onto the Triss, but Tom does a really good job of saving the Tristana. And I try to flash Q away, but Tristana follows with her own flash and gets her bomb drop off. But then Leona next makes a nice tower play, stunning the Tristana underneath tower, and it turns out to be a 3-for-3 trade around the map. Yep, 3-for-3 trade. Had I just bought my items first and just backed away, it would have like indicated to my bot lane like, hey, let's not walk over here because this is too risky to take this fight. And I would have reset, just bought my items, came back on the map, be way stronger. This is where Leona's like, whoa, why is this LeBlanc building Storm Razors and building towards a Rage Blade right now? And I'm just, I'm just leaving it. If something like this happens in your games where someone's playing some off-meta build, just try to work around it. Try to utilize its strengths. Even though, like, it's a weird build, I know LeBlanc is a lane bully. She's strong, so that's why I went to her lane. Like, and here, oh, something really annoying happens. So I have champions select only on right now. I accidentally turned it on, and I don't realize how I can turn it off. So I have to use attack click to actually hit like the jungle monsters. I can hit champions fine, which is great, but this gets really annoying in this game. Like, I'm trying to fix my settings. It's really funny to see this Malzahar. He's like typing so much right now, like full caps. He's like really angry and everything. And then after the game, he was typing to everyone saying like, yo, this Vi and Leona were talking non-stop. Like, they're just keep talking. Like, they're so toxic. It's like, buddy, have you seen your chat logs? Are you that delusional? I'm just here trying to fix my settings, and he's just getting mad at everything. Oh, he's complaining because Yone buffered his ult. I'm trying to click. I'm trying to press control. I'm trying to press shift and all. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons trying to get my settings to work properly. The Xayah gets a really nice pick here though. I think it's Leona who set it up though. I'm pinging here. I'm like, yo, this guy's trying to take our base. Let's go and stop this guy from trying to end the game too early. Like, this is a really bad play for Belvec. She should be looking to use this Herald bot lane, but instead she uses it top, and she randomly dies here. So this Belveth had like the best early game you could ask for, going 2-0-2, and she throws her lead by doing these really dumb plays. Like, if she just did nothing here, she would actually be way more ahead than trying to go for that play on the top side of the map. And this is like the mistakes I'm talking about that plat players make. They try to do things, they have thought behind it, but it's not always the best idea, and they don't realize like there's more options than the ideas in their head. You will lose games if you don't play correctly. If you ignore like some basic fundamentals and understanding of the game, you will lose games because of it. The fundamental there is Baron has not spawned, so you don't want to try to take an inhibitor yet. That's the rule of thumb. If Baron is not spawned yet, or you're not looking to end the game, Do not take an inhib because it's just going to give free gold to the enemy. And especially not, like, if it's not guaranteed. Like, she went top lane with no vision on the map, didn't know where we were, and she ended up dying for it and giving a shutdown. So she lost Rift, she lost 450, she gave us 750 gold. She lost pressure. And this is just really bad. Leona goes in alone, not realizing like our team is not ready to follow up. I get like destroyed by this Yone because he CCs me here and I can't move, and I didn't see him. He came out of fog of war really fast. I should have seen it coming though. Everyone votes like to surrender here, and I'm like, nah, we win this game actually. I guarantee that we win this game. The reason why is because Malzahar has actually been pushing mid lane every time the Deco roams. So we actually have pretty even gold right now. I'll actually pull that up for you guys and put it on the screen at this point. I'll pull up like a replay and you'll see that the gold, my prediction is our gold is pretty even. Like once they get Baron, they're probably going to have a little bit more gold than us. And yeah, after getting this kill onto the Xayah. But right before that kill and the Baron, our gold was actually pretty even. I took the nice pick onto the Yone here. He used his E incorrectly. If he used his E to dodge my Q, or at least use the coming back from his E to buffer my Q, then he would have won the fight if he had ultimate. But he kind of misplayed. You see like these misplays that the enemy team is just randomly doing, like him dying there bot lane was really bad. Like he shouldn't be doing that. And I was a little concerned. I was saying like I don't think the LeBlanc build that you're going scales that well. Like LeBlanc is a great champion. Like she can play top lane pretty well if she has a good matchup. Like the Yone is a good matchup for her. But the build she's running doesn't really help her that much. Like it would be just better if she just went standard LeBlanc, because she could just burst people and then run away really quickly. Whereas this DPS like on hit build, you have to stay in the enemy's range and hit them with your auto attacks. That's why I wasn't a fan of it. I was looking for something here. I get caught by the Nico ulti, and I need to flash because she throws her E, and if I didn't flash I would have died. And Malzahar pulls a really great ulti off here, and then I ult onto the Tristana and we immediately turn. And then Tom engages after too, just dying, straight up dying. And this is why I meant like we're actually not behind. The Malzahar has been farming, and Yone flashes for me here, so I die. But I think that's incredibly worth it. The Malzahar is actually doing really well this game. Like he's probably the main reason we won, because of all the waves that he's been catching. Like he's catching all of the waves, and that's really strong. Like I don't think people understand. Like you will make games last 10 minutes longer from doing this. And everyone's like, yo, I feel like the Leon is saying, oh, Xayah is like has to 2v5 to win the game. Like I don't know if we can win fights. And I said, well, Mel's just needs to all Bel'Veth and Yone. And he said, I did. And I said, good job. Like that's exactly what you need to do for us to win. I didn't say anything after that. And he's like, why? Then why comment on it? I was just letting the rest of the team know, like, we win fights if this condition is met. And instead of like trying to argue with him, I just leave it. If he's gonna take it in a negative way, I complimented him, and he's taking it in a negative way. I'm not getting upset at him at all. Like it's good. Like he's doing really well this game. I even honored him. It's just sad afterwards he's like flaming everyone after. Like I don't think he understands that he was doing a good job and I was commending him. I canceled the Tristana's rocket jump here. That little bit of vision actually allowed me to get a pick there and just win this next fight. Like the enemy team without Tristana can't win the fight anymore. She misses the E, the Leona, but it's okay. I get chipped by the Yone, but no one falls up on the Yone ulti. So I'm able to like just come back, Q auto E, he's dead. And I'm just waiting for the Nico to come back, Q auto E, I kill her too. And I don't get the Tom Kench, but my team cleans up. And my team is actually really smart. Instead of staying for this dragon, we all reset and try to stop this Bel'Veth from trying to take our inhib. The Xayah stays, collects more golden XP in the bot lane, and then solos the dragon. Like, this is a really, really beautiful play. Now we're starting to see some like competent decisions being made, right? Before you'd see people doing like random stuff. We'll still see lots of random stuff that doesn't make sense, but you're gonna see that people now make their decisions are more centered around an idea that can win the game. It's not refined, it's not consistent, but people have a better solid understanding of what decisions to be made and why things happen in the game, right? And this is the type of elo we're in now. This is like platinum elo. This is probably the best elo to learn the game at, in my opinion. But the problem is, like, the mentality of these players are just so terrible. It's just piss poor. I really wish that it wasn't like this, because plat players have so much potential. They have actually potential to be really good players, but they hold themselves back a lot of the time. If you're platinum, stuck in platinum, you're most likely, like 9 times out of 10, platinum players that I coach have really bad mentalities and think they're better than they are. They have great ideas, but not everything is sound in their consensus about things. Like the Bel'Veth's idea to continuously go top lane, like, yeah, that got you a lead, but now you're just like, she's just overplaying it. This idea, oh, go top lane, I'll win the game, you know? And here, again, my Xayah, she has the right idea, pressure. Like, we should pressure bot lane because our whole team is around here. But she steps up when everyone is walking back. And it baits her into dying. Like, I can guarantee you there, most people would not die there in my elo. Most people would survive. And just, they'd see the rest of their team backing off and she would follow and back off too. But it's okay. Like, she kind of like baits LeBlanc to go in and die too, in a way. Because LeBlanc thinks we have pressure bot lane, so she's thinking, oh, I can make a play. But she ends up dying to Yone in the top lane. And now they're doing Baron, but we can't really contest it. Because they just have number advantage on us. Yeah, if we walk up there, like, they can easily turn on us pretty hard. And I finished farming my raptors and my wolves, and that gives me my GA. So I just used the time that my team was dead to farm, and now I'm stronger. I bought my item. I can make a riskier plays because I'm using GA, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Now my prediction is that this Bel'Veth wants to keep pushing top lane. It's just a little I guess analysis, just based off of everything she's been doing in the past like 10 minutes. She's been pushing top lane relentlessly. So I'm thinking she's still gonna be here. I see her top and I come back. I'm thinking, hey, the three mid lane is really nice. 1-3-1 split is nice. I'm thinking she walks into my queue, I can win the fight here. I don't immediately ult, right? I go for the Tristana. Unfortunately, I drop my GA here. It gives time for Xayah to come back. I miss my Q outside of my GA. I think if I landed that, I probably would have won. The Tom Kench tries to stop the the pull from Xayah to come back, but Xayah actually does a great job of stopping herself from like just immediately pulling like most Xayahs do, and holds off and then just kites the Bel'Veth back, which is really good. And now LeBlanc is trying her best to stop the Yone from pushing bot lane and Nico from pushing mid lane. The Xayah was stopping that, and they do a great job of holding off on these towers. Like, I went 1 for 2 and that's huge. And now we're actually able to defend the Baron buff. I found that little opening. The reason why I didn't immediately ult the Bel'Veth is because I was waiting for her to use her E, the one that does like mitigated damage to her, like she takes mitigated damage, so that I could burst her after she uses her E with a true combo where I do R, Q, auto E, and that will kill her for sure, right? But then Tristana came, and I got exhausted, so I just turned on the Tristana, because if I tried to continue to go to Bel'Veth, I would just get melted by Trist. That was my idea in that play. And now I'm thinking, hey, me and LeBlanc can actually set up a play here. And I hit the Q auto E, boom. We get the kill onto the Yone. And then we just turn onto the Bel'Veth. Because Leona was in position to actually take the fight there. I killed the Nico before she can use her ulti. And then we get the ace here, and we get the dragon and bot lane. It's huge. Really, really big. The comeback was really big in this game. Honestly, I don't think we should have won this game at all, considering the lead that Bel'Veth had. But she used all of her pressure in a really, really bad area of the map. Like, she used it in a way that didn't help her actually get anything, and actually cost her more than she received anything. I had a great idea early game that just didn't work out because of I got like baited. I got baited by the Bel'Veth Qs early on. And I had 2 early deaths, but I was still able to come back in this game with solid fundamentals. I hope you guys took something from this game. I hope you learned something, and this is Classical Kill, out.